Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a world where ancient lore meets some really complex family drama.
That's right.
And it's all thanks to some incredible source material from Kelley Armstrong's Men of the Otherworld collection.
Absolutely. And these aren't just, random stories. As Armstrong herself points out, a lot of them actually grew from popular online novellas like Savage and Infusion.
Ah, okay.
What's really compelling, I think, is how she first put these out as e-serials, like a thank you to her
Oh,
readers.
wow.
Yeah, and then later they were published in book form, and all the proceeds went to World Literacy of Canada.
That's fantastic.
It really is a great example of an author giving back, and it came right from her audience asking for more, specifically about the guys in her world.
And what stories they are. So our mission today is to sort of uncover the key moments, the foundational stuff, and some surprising revelations that really shape these intriguing characters.
Hmm.
We're focusing specifically on Clayton Danvers' origins, which are pretty layered, and also the huge burdens that Jeremy Danvers carries.
Yeah, it's quite a load.
It really is. So you're about to journey through some powerful family legacies, unexpected transformations, and secrets whispered across generations. Should be good.
Definitely.
All right, let's dive in then. We'll start with Malcolm Danvers. He's a central male character, and his relationship with his own father, Edward, is, well, it's complicated,
Yeah.
deeply complicated.
That's putting it mildly. Malcolm's whole life seems driven by this need to escape his father's shadow, right? Edward's perceived cowardice.
Exactly. That decision Edward made to cripple his own leg rather than fight for alphahood, for leadership of the pack.
That looms large.
It absolutely does. And you can see how that pressure fuels Malcolm's own ruthlessness. He becomes obsessed with being the absolute best fighter.
Yeah, the toughest. And what's fascinating, really, is how this ambition, this past trauma, it leads him straight into this pivotal and, frankly, kind of unsettling encounter.
The one at the bar.
Exactly. He meets this cleaning girl, and she offers him this special drink.
Which sounds ominous already.
Right. It's described as amber, clear, steaming, very mysterious. And after he drinks it, he has what he thinks is a hallucination, or maybe a dream.
Okay.
He sees this tiny candlelit room, symbols drawn all over the walls, women chanting.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he specifically remembers seeing the girl, the cleaning girl, but now she's naked, covered in drawn circles, and just radiating this confidence that's totally unlike her usual shy self.
Okay, that's weird. And then things start to connect, right?
They do, because months later, Malcolm sees her again, and she's wearing baggier clothing.
Ah.
And it hits him. She's pregnant. He's going to be a father.
Wow. Okay. So how does he react?
He gets super vigilant, like hovering near her apartment, totally consumed by this fear that so much could still go wrong.
Right.
And the birth itself, it's surreal, almost ritualistic. The mother's naked again, covered in those lines and circles. That same chanting sing-song he heard before fills the air. Lights are flickering, candles are weirdly angling towards her, like she's literally sucking energy from them.
Okay, so this is his big aha moment.
This is it. He finally gets it. These women are magic makers. Some kind of supernatural race, totally different from werewolves.
Which raises a huge question, given pack law. What about the kid?
Exactly. The baby's a boy wrapped in a blanket covered in symbols, and Malcolm knows instantly he's a werewolf.
And pack law says a father has to claim his son.
Has to. But Malcolm sees the child as foreign, these women and their petty magics. He actually considers leaving the boy with them.
Seriously?
Yeah. But then, totally unexpectedly, his father, Edward, shows up.
Edward, the one he resents.
The very one. Edward confronts him, suspects the kid isn't just mixed race, but that he's the son of the Japanese girl Dominic mentioned, Dominic being the alpha at the time.
Okay.
And despite Malcolm's contempt for him, Edward clearly wants this grandson. He makes this firm offer: give me my grandson and I'll never trouble you with a moment of his care.
And Malcolm just agrees.
He agrees, but in true Malcolm fashion, it's chilling. He tries to handle getting the baby himself.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he even considers a final solution, like the pack's options for unwed mothers, which are brutal. He tries to snap the grandmother's neck,
What?
but the baby's mother interrupts him. And there's this incredible moment where she fights him fiercely to protect her son. Malcolm even finds her ferocity magnificent.
Wow.
Then Edward appears, totally shocked by what Malcolm's doing. He rushes to help the dying mother.
Oh, God.
Her last words are just begging Edward to take the child, make sure Malcolm never hurts him, and Edward promises, I will. Edward takes the baby, just tells Malcolm, clean this up.
Chilling. Just absolutely chilling. That origin sets up so much conflict, doesn't it?
It really does, and it brings us right to that child, the problem child, Clayton Danvers.
Right. So this kid, Clayton, his origin is about as unconventional as it gets, building on that dramatic start.
Oh, absolutely. He talks about his childhood, how he actually wanted to be bitten by a werewolf, like offered himself up to an old wolf.
You wanted it. That's unusual.
Very. And after the change, his early days are just pain and hunger. Overwhelming. His senses are all warped. Alley cats grew to the size of ponies. Kids laughing sounded like taunts.
That sounds terrifying for a kid.
Totally. His first shift into wolf form, just a vague memory of waking up covered in yellow fur. That's it.
And this is when Jeremy Danvers steps in.
Exactly. Jeremy finds him, this feral kid wolf, and starts this incredibly patient, sometimes funny domestication process.
Domestication.
Leaving food out, giving him clothes, which Clayton hated at first, slowly teaching him human stuff. How to eat with a fork, not sniff people.
Or, mark the furniture.
Precisely. Clayton struggles with simple things like phones, mirrors. He sees his reflection and just reacts with disgust, calls himself a puny runt.
Wow. How did he even learn his name?
He learned Clayton by pointing at himself while repeating Jeremy's hesitant attempts to actually name him. It shows how basic everything was.
It really paints a picture. So Jeremy tries to bring him into the human world.
He does, but yeah, it's rough. At a print shop, some older boys mock him. That acid laughter of derision.
Ugh. Kids can be cruel.
Tell me about it. So Jeremy explains to them, look, this is my orphan cousin. He's 7. And he brings him to Stonehaven, the Pack Estate.
And that's where Clayton learns about his wolf changes being tied to emotions.
Yeah, frequent emotion-based changes, which is tough to manage.
And what about Malcolm, his actual father, who's now also a Stonehaven?
Oh, that's fraught, full of tension. Malcolm is constantly antagonizing Clayton. He even tries to provoke him into killing a human during this Avon lady fiasco.
An Avon lady.
Seriously. And Jeremy's reaction, explosive. He absolutely loses it.
I bet.
He banishes Malcolm from the house, reminds him about a time Malcolm killed someone in the house and blamed Jeremy, who was only 9.
9. Wow.
Yeah. Jeremy just declares, it ends here. Sets a very clear boundary. It shows how fiercely protective he is of Clayton.
That's powerful. Chosen family stepping up.
Definitely.
So, Clayton's attempts to fit in. Kindergarten sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, it was. Despite Jeremy hoping he'd be a normal child, Clayton found the bright colors overwhelming, the lessons boring.
What did he do instead?
He preferred to stalk his classmates, said he was trying to learn how to pass for human.
Stalk them. Okay.
And then there was the notorious guinea pig incident.
Oh boy, what happened?
He got fascinated with the class pet, observed it until it died of natural causes, apparently. He was aiming for a swift kill study, not, pet care.
Oh my God, that poor teacher.
Right, you can just imagine. Jeremy pulls him out of school again after that. Decides homeschooling is the only way.
Probably wise. But he integrates into the pack.
Yeah, surprisingly quickly, yeah. We see him learning the hierarchy at the meets, these pack gatherings. Dominic, the alpha, puts Jeremy on a 1-year probation initially. Prove Clayton can be controlled.
Makes sense.
During one meet, some older boys call Clayton names, freak, retard, insult Jeremy.
And Clayton.
He lashes out, attacks a 16-year-old.
Uh-oh.
But Dominic intervenes. And even though there was a fight, Dominic sees Clayton's loyalty, his potential. He declares him a member of the pack, validates all Jeremy's work.
That's huge for both of them.
It is. Dominic even asks Jeremy to start mentoring other young werewolves for their first change. A real testament to his success with Clayton.
Wow. And Clayton eventually makes his first kill.
Yeah, a trespassing mutt. A loner werewolf when he's 15. Keeps it to himself, though. A rite of passage.
And he even trains with Malcolm sometimes, after everything.
He does. Malcolm comes back to Stonehaven now and then, teaches him fighting, which is a weird alliance, but Clayton learns to fight Malcolm mainly to protect Jeremy.
That push and pull.
Yeah.
Wild versus domesticated. It's fascinating how Jeremy shapes him, despite his instincts.
Absolutely. He becomes this incredibly complex, incredibly loyal person because of Jeremy's guidance.
So speaking of Jeremy, he's such a fascinating character himself. Not just a werewolf, but a translator, an artist, sketching symbols, painting.
Right. His adaptability is amazing. Early on, he supports the household with translation work, later by selling his art.
And he's the one who buys Clayton that black Mustang convertible.
Yep. Clayton complains about his old car, Jeremy sells some art, boom, new Mustang. Shows his commitment to Clayton's, well, maybe not well-being exactly, but his happiness.
It shows he cares, definitely. And his approach to pack loss, especially with mutts, it's different, isn't it?
Very different. He has this unique moral compass, like when that mutt, Carl Pritchard, challenges Edward Danvers. Jeremy steps in.
To fight.
Not immediately. He tries to de-escalate, calls the duel stupid, argues pack law doesn't actually force him to fight, uses logic first.
But Pritchard doesn't back down.
Nope. So Jeremy uses his human fighting skills, subdues him. He only kills Pritchard when the guy tries a sneak attack later.
And his justification is interesting.
Yeah, he tells Clayton it wasn't about power, it was necessary. A fight might have been enough, but killing meant Pritchard couldn't come back.
Pragmatic.
Exactly. But he also admits it doesn't solve the larger problem of other mutts challenging them, especially with Malcolm's reputation drawing attention. Calculated, always thinking ahead.
And that protective instinct, it goes to some pretty extreme lengths, like the elevator shaft incident.
Oh, yeah. Clayton falls, gets badly injured, arm, head.
And Jeremy just takes over.
Immediately skips the local hospital, goes straight to a specialist in New York, a doctor who quietly treats the mafia, knows how to handle werewolf stuff discreetly.
Wow.
But then he finds out the local hospital did draw blood from Clayton against their cover story of religious beliefs.
The secret's at risk.
Big time. So Jeremy calls the hospital, pretends to be the attending physician.
No way.
Demands the sample be destroyed immediately, paperwork shredded. The lab tech refuses.
And Jeremy.
Well, the text implies he takes matters into his own hands, kills the tech to protect Clayton's secret.
That's chilling. But it shows the absolute weight of that protective role he carries.
It really does. And you see that burden again with the leadership transition. When Dominic, the alpha, has a stroke.
Power vacuum. And Malcolm steps right in, I assume.
Instantly. Tries to claim alphahood, even offers to back Clayton later, maybe in a decade or two.
Which Jeremy probably sees right through.
Absolutely. He knows Malcolm is a danger to Clayton, to the whole pack, so he makes a plan, a very precise, very chilling plan.
The shepherd's pie.
The poison shepherd's pie. Just enough, he calculates, to knock out Malcolm's allies.
And Malcolm himself.
His death is implied. An unseen act by Jeremy. Carried out to protect Clayton, secure Jeremy's own path to leadership. Brutal, but calculated.
So Jeremy, the artist, the translator, becomes alpha. Not through brute force, but through these incredibly tough, even lethal choices.
Exactly. All to protect the pack, protect Clayton. The source mentions Malcolm's ghost haunts Stonehaven for him, but Jeremy stays. Too stubborn, too protective of their territory to leave.
It really reframes leadership, doesn't it? It's not just strength, it's sacrifice. Often silent sacrifice.
It's a profound shift, yeah.
Okay, so now we jump forward. Jeremy's life and this huge revelation about his own background.
Right. He has these unexplained feelings, premonitions, recurring nightmares since childhood, being hunted in a dark forest. Terrifying.
And he thought it was just him.
Well, Malcolm had told him it wasn't a werewolf thing. But later, Antonio tells him, no, actually, those dreams of running through the forest, that's common for werewolves.
Malcolm lied or was wrong. Another layer of complexity.
Exactly. Contradicting information, setting the stage for something bigger.
And now Jeremy's in a relationship.
Yes, with Jame. She's a necromancer, deals with life-death magic, and an actress. A really vibrant character.
Their dynamic sounds interesting.
It is. Complex, charming. She jokes about him being her mascot. He gets all protective, wolf-side grumbling when guys look at her. She really grounds him.
But provides some stability.
Yeah.
Which is about to be shaken up, I take it.
Big time. He has this strange encounter. Sees a cleaning girl again.
Deja vu?
Sort of. But she later appears as Zoe Takano, a black-haired woman he instantly knows is a vampire because she has no scent.
A vampire. Okay, adding more supernaturals to the mix.
But it's weirder than just that. Zoe uses these powerful illusions, turns an alley into a forest, even appears as a fox, red tail, white tip.
A fox? What's that about?
She tries to seduce Jeremy, offers him anything he desires, but he's not interested in that. He wants answers. Especially when he sees her trying to stop him drawing his protective runes, his symbols.
So the runes are important here.
Very. He senses something ancient, something powerful is going on.
And he seeks help to figure it out.
Yeah, he goes to Robert Vasek and his wife, Talia. They're supernatural researchers.
Convenient friends to have.
Right. They identify Zoe, not just a vampire, but a Kitsune, a fox maiden, a Japanese demi-demon shapeshifter.
Okay, wow. Kitsune.
Known for vision casting, being fiercely protective of family, sensing danger, communicating through dreams.
Hang on, that sounds familiar.
Exactly. As they list the traits, Jeremy realizes he has a lot of those powers. Sensing danger, the dreams, everything except the vision casting and the fox shifting.
So what does that mean?
Here's the bombshell. Vasek and Talia theorize Jeremy's mother wasn't just some unknown woman, she was a fox maiden.
Making Jeremy.
Well, Kitsune, half demon, part of an ancient dying race, a race that derived their magic from symbols.
His runes.
His runes. And even more critically, the Kogitsune men were used by the Kitsune historically for reproduction, to bear Kitsune daughters.
Oh my God, that's huge for Jeremy. Talk about an identity crisis.
Absolutely massive. He finds out he's the last of the Kogitsune, and maybe even more shocking, his son Clayton is now considered prime breeding age, a desirable breeding male for the Kitsune, even though he's only a bitten werewolf.
So the Kitsune have been looking for them for generations.
For generations, and now they've found Jeremy. Ancient prophecy meets present danger. Everything just shifted for him.
Wow. And Amy's reaction to all this?
Immediate loyalty, unwavering. She hears all this immense, dangerous revelation and decides right then to get a tattoo of Jeremy's protective runes.
To protect herself. Or him.
Both, really.
Huh.
A statement ensuring the Kitsune can't come close enough to him. It's this powerful act of love, of solidarity against this ancient, totally unexpected threat.
That's incredible. What a journey we've covered. It really shows how the past, personal and ancestral, just keeps echoing, doesn't it?
Constantly shaping the present, and how identity is never fixed, especially in their world.
From Malcolm's brutal ambition and Edward's quiet, crucial intervention.
Right, through Clayton's really wild childhood and finding his place, his marred one place, in the pack.
To Jeremy's cunning leadership, those tough choices, and then boom, this revelation about his ancient magical lineage.
Yeah, this collection really hammers home how family blood and chosen molds who we are, the paths we take.
It's such a powerful story about finding your place, figuring out your true nature, and making these incredibly difficult choices for the people you care about.
Absolutely.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it? What if those little quirks or talents you can't explain, or even weird dreams you have? What if they aren't just random? What if they're echoes of something deeper, stranger, maybe even magical in your own family history? How might knowing that change, well, everything about who you think you are?
That is definitely something compelling to mull over.
Indeed. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope it sparked some fascinating thoughts for you. Until next time, keep digging.